try and release this back. Oh.
Anything we could do to support you?
Do you have a massage gun?
No! Sorry! I got lots of steel.
Well, that was some redemption race. Yeah, needless to say, it's been an interesting 3 weeks since St. George. I got back on my feet. I was a bit depressed for about a week, and then I decided to show up, come to bat, give it another go. And it didn't pan out the way I wanted, but not so much you can do about that. I feel I did everything I could given the day, and so I have to be happy with that. I actually feel I did a really good job getting the most of myself in every moment, but I guess I'll give a quick blow-by-blow of the race. The swim was a pretty decent swim. I was kind of in the big main group for a while and sort of lost the group, I don't know, with about 600 or 800 meters to go, and then lost 30 seconds. Had I then had a good day, that would have been a costly 30 seconds because then the race was slightly in front of me with Skipper up in front of me, but also maybe not, because it allowed me to race my own race, which is really what I wanted. And but actually I felt pretty happy with the swim, just under 52 minutes, and came out feeling pretty fresh, and then out and onto the bike. And that's already immediately the day started going south. Like within the first 8 miles, I started to have back pain and back issues, which meant I was already riding out of the saddle a lot, out of the TT bars, which on this course you just can't do. You lose so much time. But I was just trying to manage the pain at that point, or the discomfort, and get it to go away. And it didn't go away. It just kind of kept getting worse. But I was somewhat positive that, okay, I'll just keep fighting through the day. Once I get on the run, it'll be better. I'm just having an issue on the bike. And the third lap got hard, but it's supposed to get hard. The bike was decent. And so I came to this race, my whole goal was setting up a complete performance for myself. That's what my whole expectations were. So I actually wasn't upset to come down a little bit off the bike. I was 100% prepared for that. I actually figured I'd be down off the bike a bit. And so I came in the perfect position. I didn't overbike, and I had this, not expectation, but a hope of setting up a great run and just following my plan all day. And immediately I could tell that just wasn't going to be the case. I don't know if it's nerve pain or muscle spasm or something, but every step was just sending a jolting pain right up my spine to my lower back. And at first I thought, okay, just run and it'll sort of ease off as you keep running, and it just got worse. So then, it's kind of, I'm still in 4th place at this point. So it's okay, well, don't stop, keep running. And then it's pretty demoralizing having to stop and stretch. But at this point I was just doing quick stretches, 30, 45, 30 seconds or so, and then continuing to run, but I could barely run. And then finally I was I gotta deal with this. So I stopped at an aid station and really kind of rolled it out, just tried to get it to calm down, mellow out a lot. And that actually helped about 50%, because at that point I was at a 9 out of 10 pain level. I mean, it was a crazy amount of pain. Or maybe the pain just got overbearing, because you have to remember I started in the pain 30 minutes into the bike. So it's that's 6-7 hours of pretty big pain. And then I started running again. And what sucked is I felt actually energetically good and muscularly pretty good, but we're only as strong as our weakest link. And that was that. Anyways, then I'm actually, after about a lap, the back pain then started to ease off a little bit, but then I started getting it in the front of my stomach. So then I was getting these muscle spasms, and if I put anything in my stomach, boom, cramped up for 20 minutes. So then the final 12 miles was just basically a death march. At one point I was I gotta put in some carbs. I started to actually run again, and I was stoked. I'm just okay, I'm jogging again, and boom, had 2 ounces of Coke, and the next 20 minutes walking again. So but actually, I never really entertained the idea of quitting. I feel like an older version of me would have just said, let's quit. What's the point of finishing? But I was really determined to finish, and I was really motivated by all the age troopers cheering me on. And I mean, every day isn't going to be the best day, and I don't really have a reason for what happened or why I was off. I thought everything was going well, but I did what I had in me today, and so I can't I can't complain. And of course, it's not what I want, but that's just life, I guess. And I guess that does bring me to sort of, because I don't want to get into this thinking like, oh, it's just another fluke Ironman, right? Like, I'm realistic and I'm aware. Like, I've had now 3 bad Ironmans this year. 3 out of 3 have been bad Ironmans. So, like, I've got some major work overhauling to do to figure out the Ironman distance. And I feel like I've even learned a lot this year, but I need some changes. I don't know exactly what those changes are yet, but I need just, if people look at my training, like, it doesn't make any sense. I do a lot, like, my training should say I'm better at the Ironman than the 70.3, and then I'm way overperforming in the 70.3 and way underperforming in the Ironman. So yeah, I don't have the answers today, but I've got the questions and asking the questions, and I'm willing to do things differently and improve. So I think it's a great starting point, and I'm coming out of this once again optimistic. I fought, and there's room for improvement, and I think it's just important. We're all on our own path in life, and I can look at the guys who are young and, you know, winning races on their first Ironman ever at 25 or performing at Kona at 25, but yeah, for me, I'm on my own journey, and I guess it takes a little more to figure it out, and that's fine, you know, and that's fine. And for anyone who's watching or listening, it's fine to be on your own journey and on your own pace, and you just got to embrace that. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks everyone for, I mean, really thank you, especially just all the age troopers. When I started that second loop, I was in absolutely low spirits, and everyone who was passing me or jogging with me encouraged me and really got me going to finish that. So we have an awesome community here in the triathlon world, and that's what I love about it.
What's next for the rest of 2022?
Well, I shouldn't make any decisions yet, but I'm most likely going to be at Indian Wells. I've planned a whole vacation, well, multiple vacations. I'm going to really enjoy my December, and so it's kind of like, at this point, it's maybe a job a little bit. Just got to go and get another 2 weeks done, but I want to end on a high note. I know Lionel's going to be racing. Like, that's always a great way to race, and I mean, it's always hard, but I'm fit. There's absolutely zero question I'm fit, and I feel like the 70.3, I have no doubts I can do well. So yeah, I think I'll be there.